This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. This the link up. This the link up. This the link up. Welcome to the link up. Oh. Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the LinkUp podcast with your host, Mr. King, Kana, and Woods here in the building.
Hola.
Goedemorgen.
And today, we got a very special guest in the building, none other than...
We just always wonder if we got call people full names or like we go in your AKA, you know, I ain't really...
How would you prefer to be known to?
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's just Demi, and a lot of people think Demi is already a nickname, which I don't know why, but I mean, I understand.
I guess
it's pretty short, you know.
What could Demi be long for?
I know.
Demiana?
You just made that up. I never heard those
tried to imagine what Demi could be long
exactly.
for.
Exactly. I wouldn't know either, but a lot of people also think it's Demi. No, it's not Demi.
Demi Moore?
It's Demi.
Yeah, but I could understand.
I understand too, but I mean,
people that still call me Scene, okay?
Oh no.
Yeah.
All
right.
No. Oh,
all right. The worst one I had was Scene La Baga.
Wow.
So yeah, and mine, this was American. This wasn't American, not even a European. Scene La Baga. Anyway. But before we get into the interview itself, as some of you might have known, we did not have an episode last week.
If you may have noticed.
If you may have noticed, we was a bit absent, but that's just because last week was King's Day.
And we were on some coonery.
And we normally just record on a We just normally record on a Friday. And since King's Day had fallen on a Friday this year,
people was mashed up the next day.
Yeah, to be quite honest, a lot of alcohol was consumed, and
where did you guys go?
There was King's Night and King's Day.
Me and your sister went to the same festival. Yeah, I was there. I was there. You was there. Shit, yeah.
I was there too.
Woods was there too. So
wow.
All of us could know because
that was the urban music.
Yeah.
Because I had put it up on my Instagram story, and she had your sister had messaged me and asked if he was there still, but we still didn't end up seeing each other because it was like all the way to the end. But anyway, that's not not going too far off. That's why we didn't have an episode last week because nobody was capable of really well.
They needed some recovery time. Basically.
Yeah. Long story short, need to recover, so that's why.
We apologize for not letting the people know in advance, but I mean it was just
followers.
Yeah, sorry for disappointing y'all, but we're back now. And we come
all 20 are you?
Look at it this way: we're coming back with an interview that seems to be highly in demand.
Based
on the feedback from people, sometimes it seems like people really want to hear from this young lady.
Nobody ever watched my Instagram so much before.
Really?
I put naming up ones that I get like 200 or something. Normally it'd be like 75. Maybe a touch 90.
I mean, that's only good for you. So
you're not complaining,
right? No, not at all. Not at all. So, madam. How give us a small introduction now, like who you is, where you come from, them kind of ones.
Let me see. So I was I grew up in Samaden, so obviously. When I was 18, I moved to the Netherlands. Wait, this thing is kind of like in my face.
In your face?
Like it's in my. I feel like I don't hit it.
Don't headbutt me.
Yeah. So I moved here 5 years ago in 2013. I did my bachelor criminology, and I'm doing my master global criminology. Busy with my thesis at the moment. Actually, hopefully we'll finish the end of July. But when you start your thesis, you never know when that will finish.
So appreciate you taking time out from your busy schedule.
Yes, it's much appreciated.
Spend some time with us.
Yeah. But so that's what I'm doing now. And also I'm doing an internship at the Ministry of Justice, but the Department of Corrections. I don't know if I said that correctly or translated that.
It sounded correct.
Yeah? Okay. In Dutch is het dienstjustiële inrichting. Maar
these are Dutch people. I can't deal with that one.
I know what 100% translation is, but it sounds about right.
But so I do an internship there. Started in March, and it's actually really cool. That department does everything or regulates everything with prison in the Netherlands. So the policies are made there, the programs are made there, but also just the execution of a sentence everything is regulated in over there.
Okay.
And
interesting.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing now, actually. And recently, or the past couple of weeks, I've been going to the different prisons in the Netherlands, which is also really interesting for me because I really like that. A lot of people think it's weird, but I really like
that. Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, you know, often here, like, hey, I like to go to jail. I like to go to see the prisons.
No, I mean, like is a different word than interesting. It's really...
That's okay.
It's
true. Yeah, me there.
Yeah. So I really like... It's really interesting, and it's really an interesting environment to be in, especially from being an outsider. You don't really know what goes on in prison. And the prison in Netherlands is... actually, I think very different to a lot of places in the world.
Well, so we've been told. You know, nobody here trying to get a criminal record.
I visited.
That's what the Facebook videos tell me. I've seen a few Facebook videos.
I know a few people that prisons and been in there.
I went to see the prison there. I mean, it looks like a small hotel compared to what you get in the Caribbean, though.
Or in the States.
I mean, I don't want to say things that because there's something like some things you go in and you see that you can't really say to people outside, you know. But it is very open. It's very like the prisoners have their own key to the cell and stuff like that. They have their own key to the cell, but that's nothing new. They have that for a long time actually. And it's shown that actually gives them more sense of responsibility. Yeah. And when you give that to prisoners, it makes them feel like, okay, I can do this and this. And I don't know, it changes the whole atmosphere in prison. Like it's not a more...
It's more humanizing.
It's not us versus them. It's more like
treat them like
cohesion.
Yeah.
Do they have a big racial divide in the Dutch prisons like how do they have in the States? Like for instance, all the way.
Is it majority black people?
No.
No. You mean more like
like the Caucasians, they stick with the Caucasians, the black people, they stick with black people, and like the races are like feud sometimes and all that kind of shit.
Let me see. Well, I don't feel so. I feel like, but I do feel like the Dutch are stick to the Dutch, like the Nederlanders, echte Nederlanders. But the buitenlanders, like you have a lot of, I can just say, you have a lot of Moroccans, you have a lot of Antillians, you have a lot of Polish. They would more be together and then you would see the Dutch group together. But
that's about normal, almost like even outside of jail. So I mean, I guess
that's true.
It's to be expected. It's kind of to be expected.
That's true. But
what was your, just out of curiosity, like what's your interest in the studies, or what led you to pursuing these studies, and then what's the goal? What's the goal in the end?
What do you want to be when you grow up, Demi?
Let me see. Well, the thing is, when I first started the Bachelor in Criminology, I knew I wanted to do something with prisoners because I really think it was an interesting career. But I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. And with criminology, you can do a lot, I think. You can work by the police, you can be by you can be a detective, for instance. You can work by the ministry, you can do research. So you can do a lot of different things. And I don't know really at this moment what I would want to do because there's so many things that I can do. For instance, you can also work at the bank as a safety, I don't know how you say it in English really,
like
but advisor. Or a company where you can advise them on how to make their business more safe on all aspects. Okay. So that's like a lot of different things you can do.
But you plan on staying up here to do that, or you looking to do something in St. Martin?
For now, I think I'm going to stay here.
Smart choice.
But it's more, I know I want to go back for sure, but I know I want to go back with knowledge. I want to go back with something that I could give to them. I don't want to just go back after this year and not have any experience of how things should or could be done in a better way, because obviously we need help. You say it correctly, we need help. So I really want to go back, and for instance in this field of prisons, for example, as the prison of St. Martin is after a hurricane, it was damaged, so a lot of prisoners from St. Martin are here in the Netherlands now. Which is very ironic, because the prison that I'm doing my research on now is where all the prisoners from St. Martin are, which is very a coincidence. But so I walked into the prison, and when you see somebody from St. Martin, you don't know that they're from St. Martin, how they move and thing, I was like, but wait, this
can't miss that. we got bones. You can't miss, especially the fellows. You can't miss that bones.
But it's just how they move and
demeanor.
Yeah, exactly. So then when I walked in, I was like, this person moves familiar, feels familiar, but also I saw someone that looked familiar. So I I didn't go up to them first, but I asked one of the guards, like, hey, are they from St. Martin? Because obviously they're going to all group together. And then, so I asked them, and then they was like, yeah, they're from St. Martin. They were sent to this prison after the hurricane, blah, blah, blah. So then I went to talk to them, because, you can just talk to the prisoners there. They're all just walking around. So I just went to talk to them, and I was like, yo, we're so happy to see someone from St. Martin, we feel so alone here, and stuff like that. So it was really nice to talk to them. But I like the fact that they get to experience this as well, so that they can see, okay, this is how it is at home, and this is how it is here.
I was just going to say, that could be a good or a bad thing.
It's a good and bad thing, but also maybe a good thing for someone that can change things. Like I can ask them, like, okay, what do you like here as opposed to St. Martin?
Because I was going to say, they can't really change.
No, not today. No, I mean,
the prisoner perspective.
But I mean, they had a lot of prisoners that also say, I miss home. While I'm here, I don't have no contact with my family back home, and it's a lot of money to be calling them 1 cent per minute.
That's end of visitation and stuff like
exactly.
that.
And they have a right to recht op bezoek. So
true.
So there's positive and negative things to this whole situation.
Yeah,
but,
because like my first thought was thinking, like when you said, I was just thinking prisoners, they get a taste of what the prison may be like here, and with certain leniencies, and then
that's
get
the
used
thing.
to that, then go back SM and it's like, bye.
But I even talked to someone who's like, bye, I want to stay.
But I wouldn't blame them.
Yeah.
I mean, if I got a key to myself.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean,
I've talked to people and stuff here that have been involved in the system and stuff, and like the whole get out on the weekends type of thing. I found that concept is crazy. Like,
but I mean, I'm not sure actually if they have that in St. Martin.
I don't know.
But I think they had first
I think it's very few cases, or like really like non-violent type something.
I can say like in Aruba they have like it's certain cases, depends on what type of criminal the person is.
Yeah, what kind of crimes they do.
Like certain instances you could go to like your parents or something and stay in the house, or be in like a certain block.
Designated areas, I guess they talk to with your parole
for like the weekend, and then you
they
go back.
wear I forget the name.
Ankle bracelets.
But I think recently, I recently in St. Martin.
Shout out to family.
I can't. But recently in St. Martin, they don't have the ankle bracelets no more in St. Martin. I know because somebody misused it or something like that. So. Of course. So somebody went home and cut off the
but that was something. I thought it was a little bit more than that. I was like, God, man, leave it up to our people to find some way to mistake it. But with that being said, I hope you do get through with your thesis and everything, of course. But I also hope you stick to the whole thing, because my sister also did criminology, and she also did her master's in it, and she needs help.
Oh, she needs help.
Well,
but the thing is, I don't know,
because she actually working with the police and the justice minister now.
In St. Martin.
Exactly what she doing. I'll have to get back to you on that. But I would definitely tell you to.
Yeah, I actually tried to get in contact with her.
I
tried to. I added her on Facebook, but she never. She never replied.
You should tell me. Anyway, well, she going to see this.
This is the link up. We gotta make this happen.
Because
after this, I definitely going to hit up and tell her to answer you back, and because you definitely need to link, because it's something that what are you doing is definitely needed in St. Martin.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is needed in St. Martin right about now, but that's definitely something that needs to be worked on. Yeah. So I definitely, applaud your efforts, because God knows I don't have the patience to be doing that kind of shit. So yeah, I can definitely hit up and leave her, because she might be able to advise you on like maybe not coming back home right at one time, or maybe some other places to go, or like her experiences and things like that, And like King said, this is the link up, so we put in our name, we putting it out there, we linking people together.
That's good. That's good. But even like now, I think now is the time, because now also the prison is being rebuilt. So like now they need like all the help they can get, so that's
definitely.
But
with that being said, the main reason we actually had you here is because,
potatoes.
Yeah. This young lady has been doing, for those who don't know, Demi does do her own skincare stuff, as in like make it. I just say the intro, and you could go in detail. Yeah, so her own homemade products for like deodorant and other skincare stuff that she will now elaborate on. So what do you have for us today? I feel like show and tell. I feel like
Well, okay. So today, I mean, well, I don't know if I should tell.
Yeah, maybe you should explain what it is.
What do we
doing.
have here?
Okay.
What do you do?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, what I do is, well, you said it already. I make my own skincare products, from deodorants to creams to toothpaste. I didn't bring the toothpaste today, and how I make these things is I use ingredients that you can actually find at home, like coconut oil, baking soda, aloe vera, stuff like that. And I use these things and I make products out of these simple ingredients actually. I started to do this it actually started in 2016 when okay, how to say this, like it actually started when I became more aware of what I was eating and or health or stuff like that. I was becoming more aware of health and what I was putting into my body and eating and stuff like that. And then that also translated to what I was putting on my body. And a lot of these things that we use, skincare products, have so much crap in it. And that didn't really sit right with me. So then I kind of started to look for alternatives. Okay, are there more natural
remedies,
alternative, but also just brands that I can buy and use, because I didn't make these things first. I wanted to just go in a store and buy, a product that was more clean. And then I came across a YouTube channel or something, and she was kind of showing you how you can actually make your own stuff at home. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh, I can. Exactly. And I was like, I can just make these things and add stuff that I like and that's good for my skin or whatever. So then, yeah, and that's how it actually started.
But was it from just like the legit want to have something more natural, or like did you have a bad experience with like one of the products that you was using at the time? Cause that would be a hell of a motivator. Cause if you get a nasty rash, you'd be like, hey, you know what, maybe I might want to go there. Or was it just like it's just a curiosity to
I think it was more curiosity, but also
lucky for you.
I know, but I know I do have sensitive skin, so I can't really use everything on my skin. But also, like for instance, things that have coconut oil in it, what I make myself, I can't put on my face but that's with a lot of people, you can't use coconut oil on your face, but that's a whole nother thing.
No, explain that. Why not? I thought coconut oil is good for almost everything.
Well, it's good for your skin. Your skin, like your below the face.
Non-facial skin.
Yeah.
Because your facial skin and the rest of your skin are two very different types of skins.
True.
Yeah.
Are you putting me on knowledge? I didn't know shit about this.
But I just want to say I'm not an expert in this field. Like I study criminology, so I didn't study
skinology.
She's not a dermatologist.
I think it's called dermatologist.
Yeah. But
I can't. But so everything I say is just off a base of my research that I did myself. So I mean, if you want to go down this road, you should also do research and see, okay, what is good for my skin and stuff like that, because everybody's skin is different, reacts different to different things. One person can put coconut oil on your face, other people can. Most people, yeah. So stuff like that. But
why again?
Oh yeah. So coconut oil is very so you can't put it on your face because it's a very thick oil, so it clogs your pores. So I mean, it can just kind of give you acne and stuff like that.
Makes sense.
But there are people that can put it on their face and are fine.
And then with the whole going natural with just the skin products, you also doing this vegan thing?
No. I tried. I ain't gonna lie.
New another one.
You went. Hey, are you do the steps? Or at least are you attempted? I ain't even.
I tried.
I still waited on the day.
No.
Join in the crew.
No.
Join in the crew.
But
I'd kill Betsy quick. Okay, I love a steak. I think no.
But I do eat less meat in like I would eat it maybe once every 6 months or something like.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. Like so I
vegetarian.
but I don't really like to put a label on things, so I wouldn't say okay I'm a vegetarian, because once you say you're a vegetarian and then you eat meat and
everybody
the person will be like,
okay.
You know, so that's why I don't like to say I'm this or that. You know, I just say I'm conscious about what I'm eating and I eat less meat.
Speaking Woods language, but
Yeah. The thing is, like, I don't like saying that I'm vegan as well, because I've noticed, like, the moment you mention that, like, people just like
there's a stigma of vegan.
But not only
that's why I just say I eat plant-based. That's it.
Not only that,
Same shit.
Especially
But it doesn't have that stigma on it.
when you have asshole friends like us, like we just really nitpick every little thing with Woods. They're like, oh yeah, hey, Woods are vegan. Hey, Woods are vegan. You can't do that. I'm vegan. You can't. Like, we's assholes. So I can imagine how that could be annoying.
And if you feel like, okay, I feel like eating some cheese today, and then you sitting down next to somebody who you told that you're a vegan, they're gonna be like, you know. So I don't really.
Okay, but no, I was just curious since everybody it seemed like not.
It's a trend.
Yeah, I was trying to go away from that word, but that's what it does.
See New York pizza and Domino's embracing it up, you're offering vegan pizzas now with the vegan cheese.
I mean, I tried Ben and Jerry's. So
I recently ordered it from a significant other. You know, she said it was alright.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Everything vegan is not good. Like just because you label it vegan doesn't mean
it's not healthy. It's not healthy.
It's
true.
It's
Oreos, they're vegan.
True.
Ironically, but it's not healthy.
Hey, I love Oreos.
Why you know how long I eat Oreos? Jeez.
But to take it back to the skincare a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's steer this show back into it.
Do you see yourself doing this as, I mean, since you say like it's not you're not an expert in the thing, it's not like what you studied for or anything, do you see it as more of like a hobby, you're just doing it for yourself type of thing, or you making products with intention to give or sell to other people?
I think a lot of people looking at this interview and this thing for like to come to you like as you gonna be the skincare chick.
Well, now it's I'm talking loud.
It's alright.
Now it's still a hobby, but I do see in the future that I can make this something more than a hobby. But it still stems from that it's a hobby, and this is something that you need to put a lot of time and actually a lot of money into as well, to build it into, say, a brand, if you would want to do that. For instance, because I can make cream, for instance, but in Holland, to be able to sell cream or put something on the market, it has to be regulated and stuff like that. And then you have to do safety checks. You need to have and that can cost like €2,000 just for one product.
Recipe proper and all of them things.
And all the ratio of this to that, you know. So that's a investment that you have to put in yourself. And right now, I'm working. I want to. That's like a future thing I want to do, but right now I'm still in the beginning phase of creating something that I feel comfortable with, and then we can go from there. But it's still something I really, even though it doesn't grow to something like that, it's still something I want to educate people about, or if they want to make their own things, you know, I can show them how or stuff like that. So it's
dope stuff. So then, what? Okay, you was mentioning the cost now. Does it cost a lot to actually make the products?
Well, this because
before you get to that, kind of just wanted to ask, like, what all products do you have in general? Like you mentioned,
so I have cream. I have toothpaste at home. I'm working on a deodorant now. Lip balm I have as well. I don't know if I took it out my bag. Yeah, lip balm I have as well. And I think that's about it.
That's money, you know. That's
decent. That's a line, right?
Yeah, that's
ready.
spread
But so that's it. But there's little things you can make, like you can make a face mask as well. But that's not something you can really put in a because
package it.
In a jar, because I mean the things I would put in my face mask are things that would they don't have preservatives, so you can't really put things in a jar because then they're gonna just
it's not gonna last long necessarily. So those type of things, I assume you would be more interested in explaining people how to make their own, so that, you know, it could be most effective for them type of thing, instead of trying to sell it necessarily.
Well, Both, actually, both. But now, because I really want, I thought it would be really nice to like maybe go to because there's like a secondhand market, stuff like that in the Netherlands or in Amsterdam, where you can go and sell stuff that you made yourself or secondhand stuff. And I thought it'd be nice, you know, to go there and sell like, you know, like things that I made. But then, you can't just sell anything on the market because, I mean, you need to test it first. You need to make sure it's legit, and they really.
Okay, so then speaking of testing, then have you used like who all have you given it to other people?
Yeah.
So like who are like you're just friends and family and
friends, mainly friends. My sister, shout out to you.
She's sorry, your sister's getting big.
pretty much. But yeah, friends and family actually. But I'm still in a phase where I'm trying to make something for them to test. Like I'm still. I tested it out on myself first, and then when I'm like happy, 100% happy with what I have, then I would give it to someone else. And these things take time because you need to test it over a period of time. That's why it kind of took long. I mean, I'm still busy, but I was like, you know what, let me just bring what I have. And yeah, so mainly friends and family for now.
And then from there, like, what's the feedback you get from them so far? Like, you still have to tweak some stuff, or like, how you feel about the feedback you was getting there?
Well, one thing they would say is like the scents, like you can play around with scents, and like the creams, they like the scents of the creams. Like I would have like vanilla or lavender or stuff like that. But deodorant is kind of more difficult. It needs to be more of a neutral scent because if you, kind of getting into, if you mix sweat with a very strong scent, it can become even more strong. So you need to, like, stuff like that you need to think of. And some scents you can't put, I mean you can, but you can't put like cinnamon, you can. But like something...
you can, but it just would be odd. Man, your deodorant is about cinnamon. You lift up your arm, you smell it, you know? Smell like a gingerbread house in them kind of...
Would you prefer that in the metro? What would you prefer to smell in the metro?
Speaking of that, right? Speaking of that, since we are on that topic, please, I hope you're making more of these things and just get them to the people in the metro. Just
free samples.
Yeah, just give out the samples because god damn it. Especially now that the sun coming out more, Jesus Christ.
I don't, but the thing is...
Here it comes.
No, but like, I don't want to get started.
It's just that's the culture. Like there's a lot of people that
how it can be your culture to smell
No. It's in their culture to bathe or take a shower every maybe 2 or 3 days, or because I know people who shower every 2 or 3 days, and that's just like normal for them. And then when I tell me I bathe twice a day, they're like, no, that's not. I mean, that's also a thing because maybe are you gonna find that very weird actually, but showering too much is also not good for you.
It is a known something. But I mean, okay, cool. Let's be real now. Fellas could somewhat maybe get away with it because men is known for being nasty.
I don't think
so. Like, if you go in one day,
man need to shower even more.
That's sorry, but that's a turn off. If you smell,
I completely understand. I just giving it a little bit leeway. I just be a little bit thick. If you one day, alright, cool. 2 days, man. That's just man. But woman, no, how you can be smelling like a man?
Somebody's gonna say that's a sexist comment. What does a man smell like?
A man smells bad. Have you ever seen men come back from playing basketball? I use fellas. Okay, when we come back from doing a sport or something like that, we don't smell the healthiest. I mean, if you as a woman sitting down in a metro, you smell like a man that just come from working out, something is wrong with you. I am sorry.
I don't have odor when I work out, Sean.
Really?
You don't have odor. You
just don't smell.
Some people don't have body odor.
I used to. Not anymore.
So ever since you got vegan, you don't smell no more.
No, I tell you for sure. Like I don't smell like I can sweat my ass off, but I don't have that stench that I used to have when I was eating meat.
What you eat is actually does reflect on or how your body odor can influence.
Well, these people need to start eating better too because these
all the fricandels.
Yeah, all that bitter baller and mayonnaise ain't working at all.
Bitter baller and mayonnaise. Oh, the lefra.
I think
Ridiculous.
And you know what the worst thing about it? They believe this spray thing does work, especially the girls.
It makes it worse.
Just spray deodorant. Like they be like, no man, it's okay. I have this. You know, they pull the bag of fire or whatever out the bag and be like,
and that's it. They just do that everywhere, like every single way. I mean,
I don't understand. Somebody, no, how no? I mean, I understand Holland is cold like 85% of the time, and you know, odors ain't that out there like how it be in a warm place. But come on, man. When that, if it's so bad, that shit manifesting and it turn into a physical something where you could slap me. When your scent could slap me, something is wrong, Jay. You ever see that like SpongeBob? You know when the green thing to come out with something that stink and they physically hold? Yo.
SpongeBob.
No,
it's a great memory stuff.
It's that serious, Jay. People can't be doing that. But I was gonna say, I hope you really continue to do it and give it to people because that as a matter of fact, test them. Metro and things like that, use them as bust everything. Use them Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but you need to walk around with a water and a napkin first.
Yeah, too.
Because you need to wipe out the stank to put some good thing on it. Because you put good on top of stank, it's gonna be good and stank fighting at the same time.
Shit. So we just need to educate these people itself. We can't even help them no more with just products.
But I mean, it's the same thing. Like I don't know if I could say this, but I mean,
it's free. Do your thing.
We free takers.
The French.
Hey, let's not use that term right now.
Hold on.
Let's not use that term right now.
Let the young lady finish this thing.
What was I gonna say? Oh no, I mean, I just was gonna say. I mean, the French don't really.
It's true, no.
Like,
it's
but
true.
it's like that's it. I spoke to some people and they just don't use deodorant, but they don't believe in it. Like they don't. So I don't know if that's a thing.
Deodorant is not a religion, people. You need to use it. This is not a matter of belief. You need to use it, okay? Don't believe it.
I don't believe in deodorant.
This is.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind, like a couple of years ago, they said it was not good to eat shrimp, and then all of a sudden you can eat shrimp. Trust me.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing with
if you look at it too, like shrimp ain't like the cockroach of the sea.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just talking about in the sense of religion.
Oh, like that.
Yeah. Oh. Like it's not good to eat meat in general. But you're talking to a vegan.
But that's the thing. Like I also watch What the Health and those things. Like they would say, because I just eat eggs, and they would say, yeah, you can't eat eggs because it's bad fats, blah blah blah, or cholesterol, bad cholesterol.
I had like 4 eggs today.
Sounds like, fuck you, science.
But then you're going on other website and then they would say, no, it's actually not that bad for you. It's good cholesterol. And then you go on other website. So there's
lots of contradicting information out there.
Yes,
and that's a good thing too. What do you follow? Like, who do you believe when it comes to like making your stuff? So like, cause like you said, you had said earlier you went like you had find out through this YouTube page. Yeah. So then, how do you like? What makes you say that? Yeah, okay, cool. This person know what they're talking about. So I go somewhat go with them versus like somebody else.
Good question.
I do a little research now. I'm prepared today.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people on YouTube, they would just give you a recipe, but they won't really give you the specifics about the ingredients itself. Yeah. So I mean, the research behind the ingredients you need to do yourself. You need to go on just research and say, okay, this sounds like it makes sense. You just need to use kind of your common sense because there's not really a lot of research, scientific research done on this topic yet, and where they check, certain ingredients. How does this affect your body? How does this, So I think it's very premature, very in the beginning stages. So it's kind of hard to base whatever you're doing on hard facts. And if you didn't do the study, or if you didn't study, what is it called? Chemistry. Then you kind of just have to go off of what kind of makes sense to you. So, but the YouTube channel, this girl that I follow, she's also a vegan, also very, I don't know. And sometimes when you look at YouTube channels, I don't know if you guys look at
here and there. These two does more.
Spend a lot of time on it.
I mean, that's like 80% of my media consumption in general.
They're on that for her.
Like I don't know. You can just feel like
who's genuine.
And I really feel like this girl that I follow, she's really like all
Why
animal.
do I feel like I know that who you're talking about? Does her names have raw in it?
No.
No, okay.
No.
I can take that in a whole different direction.
Yeah.
But,
No, but I mean, usually raw means like raw fruits and like shit like that. But
I think I know.
Does it
Maybe
now?
is she a dark? Is
Stop.
she
Dark-haired.
dark skin with locks?
yeah.
Yeah, I know her too.
But yeah, I'm just gonna say this
Natural people
as
connected.
like a bow to the conversation. I think
God.
when you look for information, just look where the research is coming from and who's funding the research.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's usually a good indicator. Anything that any type of industry is funding, when they benefiting from good results from that research, take that with a grain of salt.
Consider the people biases, basically.
Yeah.
And I guess another just general rule for research is always consult multiple sources and stuff like that. Then you're able to see, okay, if everybody's saying that, I don't know, argan oil does this or whatever, I assume the effect of it probably might be something along these lines. If like 7 sources saying it and they got 2 that's saying something else, that kind of vibe.
Not only that, like, just to, a little bit more thing to it, the person as well. Like, if the person got like a nutrition field or like doing something along those lines, then you'll be more inclined to listen to that person than somebody who doing like banking.
Even they would.
I mean, I'm sorry.
even but you have to keep in mind, like, nutrition in general, like this, what they have been, like, what a lot of people that are in nutrition fields have been taught, even doctors and stuff like that. Doctors don't even get taught nutrition. That's a whole nother topic. But what they have been taught was the standard that's been set for years, and now people are come see that, oh wait, the
They're
standard
waking up.
is not really the healthiest way of living. So now it's like, okay, now we're in a resurgence, because now there's like now they're not even promoting milk in the pyramid anymore. Like, that's like, oh, I thought milk was giving us stronger bones.
But
Why?
it's such a weird thing. Like, I never honest. I mean, I used to drink milk too, but it's like, how can you? Why we drinking, baby? I mean, why are we drinking milk from a cow? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like,
It doesn't. But
like, I mean, and how?
No other animal on earth drinks the milk of another animal like that, really. Yeah, humans might give cow's milk to a cat or something like that, but where did that even come from?
Yeah, what?
And like, how can we be so that we just taking this as right, and that we just
indoctrinated
Because
years.
tradition is something that just goes on from all the time, and people don't question it until they want somebody dead.
Generally speaking,
then,
it's kind of like Woods says, somebody is making money off of this, and that's why we told y'all,
But-
if I'm selling milk, I'm going to tell you drink 3 glasses of milk every day.
it makes you strong.
Like,
But that's also
even when it goes to chicken and stuff, like, our grandparents' generations did not eat the amount of chicken that we eat, dog. It was like maybe twice a week they would have chicken, but then most of the meals would be like beans, rice, like vegetables and things. No, we eating chicken every day.
No, cause like what was eaten there?
They were eating food. Like, they were eating, but not the
foraging in the
amount.
forest, we eating berries and fruits and nuts.
It come to me after a while. That's why
It was more
There's
like
lots of stuff outside of me.
they
was
just
more
put me
like-
on blast.
I see your face, I go.
it was more like, okay, what is the general population like growing like in our neighborhood? Okay, that's what we eating. That we got corn, we eating corn. We got rice, we eating rice.
Kind of, yeah. Basically, yeah.
That makes sense.
But all of that was kind of like the whole thing with regarding diamonds and engagement rings and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
There's all
awesome.
marketing campaigns that was done a million years ago that told you need to spend twice your salary on an engagement ring. When there's like, what is the inherent value?
But I'm telling you,
Where the kids come
Blame
from?
the beers.
The what?
A Dutch diamond company
Yeah.
that was doing a lot of shit. That was responsible for some of those initial marketing campaigns that told you engagement rings are this sign of like the ultimate sign of love and thing like that. And it's like,
but I just
That's
tell
how
my
diamonds.
future. I tell my future wife from now. I come in with a wooden ring.
I was gonna say it though, but I was gonna say, you know what? I gonna leave it alone.
I come in with look. I only buy wooden things. I come in with a wooden ring, and this is gonna signify my love to you. And if you don't like it,
all you get it is wood.
My only thing, the only fault in your logic is like the ring ain't for you though. You don't wear the ring.
I know.
Like you buying it for her,
No, but
to wear.
but
So
I
if
understand.
you like wood, what does that have to do with what she's wearing?
No. The standard is that the man needs to buy the most expensive ring. I ain't gonna buy no expensive ring. I'm going to. I would rather take the money and give you an expensive, like,
Give her a stock portfolio.
like something that we could like think back on. You know, like, oh yeah, we went here
doesn't
for a
even have to be
honeymoon.
a
You know,
ring.
like that. Okay, that I would put money on, but. For me to buy a ring that somebody else said that the worth of that piece of rock is like 4,000 years.
Or for
I would
Tahari in
think.
2 years, and then his ring is
I buy a ring, I engrave your name on it. I'll even make the ring myself.
But so
okay.
you guys believe in marriage still?
still.
I mean,
For me to be honest, no. I don't think you need to be married to be live with someone you love.
Me neither.
I mean, the only benefit of marriage is tax.
yeah.
And you know,
That's the
and you
only,
can't,
like,
and you
if
can't
you-
testify against your spouse in
Yeah.
case you go to
Like
jail.
I would legit get
Shout out to Ray Rice.
just with taxes. I would legit
just-
get married with a bro.
say.
Never live with a man, but just be like, yo, we married. We dodging taxes together. No. But I don't care, dog. I ain't got shame. No.
So you're admitting to tax evasion.
But I ain't never gonna do it. That's why I did.
You
Cops will
already
never
you
catch me.
incriminated yourself for the future.
Yeah, but, you know.
If they ever see any some fishy tax behavior and stuff like that in your records,
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
know it's
pull up
going
this
on
episode.
later.
I mean, I'm a
understand.
small fish to fry. You know, they never gonna fry me. I'm too
Yeah,
small.
but think about it this way: you might be a stepping stone for somebody else. You get bigger fish.
I know. I mean, if I have to be that stepping stone, then
So be it.
so be it.
I ain't keeping track. How we got much more time before our first break?
By the we passed
Yeah,
the break
we-
Oh
already.
we-
shit!
we-
My bad. Anyway, okay,
we
then
40
cool.
minutes in.
Let me continue. So what you actually have? So you was getting a little bit off topic.
Yeah.
What you actually have to show the people and to show us today?
Okay, so let me see. No, yeah.
Go on, Charlie. We 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
Whole day. All right.
Okay, so the first thing I have is cream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave how you see it and smell it.
I stick my nose in walking, let the other people smell it.
This one is pretty strong actually, but
Can I put my finger in it?
let me wait. Hold on.
I have to look. I mean, I have. It smelled really nice.
At least you
want to,
asked
like-
first.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
see, now I even smell it better.
Get in.
But this one is kind of Oh wait. You like?
Yeah, man. This one, everybody gets it in.
It does smell really
good.
nice. It
Yeah,
does
man,
smell
I'm-
nice.
I'm-
Yeah.
But
Like
this one-
even with my sickness. So, you know, I guess that's a good endorsement for your product. Yeah.
But this one is pretty oily because I like it to be a little bit more oily because then you can. What was that?
No, I had some comments in my head, but I got I had to hold it up.
But yeah, so that's a cream, and
And this is made with
coconut oil, shea butter, how you call it? Beeswax. That's more for the consistency.
okay.
Vitamin E oil, essential oil, and you guys know what essential oil is, no?
No.
I do.
Essential oil.
What's strange? So he would know these kind of things.
I have it for my hair, but yeah.
Oh really? Which what do you use for it?
What do I not use? That's the
Oh,
question.
God.
I have like,
We don't need a girl for this interview. We got
I know, right?
I have like tea tree. I have peppermint. I have
Yeah, I only know about tea tree oil.
orange. I have lime. I have like my bathroom. Like there's like a dedicated section
Me
with
too.
just oil.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, really, truly, I'm surprised. But
But that's also the thing. Like essential oils have so many different like benefits. Like tea tree oil for instance,
see, like I'm familiar with some of them. When you said essential oils, it just had kind of thrown me off because I'm like, is that one specific oil? Because I'm familiar, like, with
is it a group? Or is it not just the
when you
name?
start talking, I know some of the oils you're talking about.
Essential oil is like a diluted form, I think, of. So you'd have, for instance, lavender oil, like 1 drop of essential lavender oil is very strong. So you only would have to use 1 or 2 drops to really get the benefits of.
Okay.
But so it's basically a diluted form. And all of these different essential oils have different properties or different benefits. So then that's also a thing, like you need to know, like, okay, I'm going to use this and this in my facial cream because this is good for your face, or because tea tree oil you can't really put on your face, it's too harsh.
Yeah, it's good for your hair, kind of.
Yeah, like I know it's good for acne and stuff, but like that's like, and then you have a much less harsher version of tea tree oil that you know, okay, this one I can put in my facial cream because that one is better for my face, stuff like that.
Okay. But then with how you just take into consideration like the different skin types and stuff like that, or were you just really messing around with whatever works for you for now?
Now I still kind of messing around, but now I am using stuff that are pretty neutral, like and that could be used for all skin types. For instance, one of the other things that I use is almond oil, or there are a lot of different oils. So, for instance, jojoba oil, yeah, I hear talking Dutch, oil is a very neutral oil that you can use in a lot of different things, as opposed to maybe
okay, and
coconut
for our
oil.
non-Dutch people, what oil that was?
Jojoba.
Jojoba.
More or less the same.
Jojoba, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jojoba.
Is it not a Spanish name or something like that?
I never heard of that. So that went straight over my head.
But I mean, so then you know, like, okay, this I can use that's more neutral, that can be used on this type of skin, but also this type of skin. So that's what I just kind of do now, and maybe in the future I can be more specific and create different types of things with different types of
yeah, but no,
skin
because
types.
why I asked is like obviously the same creams and stuff like that Caucasians would use, black people don't use the same thing. So well, not necessarily.
You mean in terms of in the like SPF, what is it called? Like
sun protection.
Caucasian and black people.
Because we don't have this, like, black people and white people don't necessarily have the same skin type.
The skin requires different treatments.
Yeah.
I mean, just the fact that
you
get extra dry or whatever, extra ashy and stuff like that in the winter and
But
things.
that's not just
but I think it's
color, it's just your skin type.
Yeah.
No, but I was say I don't know. I don't know if that's actually like or something, or that's why I legit asking.
No, that's the thing. I'm not really sure about that, but I don't think. I think your skin that it doesn't matter if you're dark or. But I understand it has different needs. For instance, against the sun and stuff like that. But I don't think. Yeah, but I wouldn't know.
Like black people known for being ashy at times, so like that is different. And
Oh, you mean like that?
No, but I mean that's not just that's because we dark, so it's easier to see that we need some lotion. But
Yeah.
you scratch, like if you go scratch like someone that never uses like a lubricant or anything to lock moisture in their skin, if you scratch good enough, you're going to see flakes
or blood.
That was kind of morbid.
What is your goal for the scratching? Like you go into blood? Like what is your goal?
This man say good enough though. So this he's looking like they're using somebody else scratching post. And okay, so that's the cream.
What's on this? I mean, you have to admit, at least this is a unique interview.
Oh god, it hot. Yeah,
So are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one is a deodorant, and I kind of brought different kinds. I brought the one that I used to use before, which is Dove, which is used by a lot of people. And this is how it looks. I don't know if I should show this in the.
Maybe put it in front of the camera. You know?
Maybe.
Not advertised.
Oh shit! Maybe I should.
This is not a Dove commercial.
No.
Just putting that out there. The LinkUp podcast does not support Dove.
Is there something special about that specific Dove deodorant? Like, is it, I don't know, does it say it's all natural or whatever? Or like,
like extra moisture or something?
No, I just really, this was before I got into all of this. I just really liked Dove, and more specifically, this one, because it just worked. It just, when I used it, it worked. I don't like sprays. I don't like roll-ons.
Sprays don't make sense.
The wetness of the roll-on just didn't really sit with me. So, sit right with me. So, yeah. So that's why I used this one. It wasn't really specifically like, natural. And this is not. This is far from natural.
Just deodorant.
This is
a deodorant that you like.
One of them I used to like. But then I wanted to go more natural and stuff like that. So then I started to look for a more natural deodorant. And if you actually look at the different ingredients at the back, if you look at the back, you see that this maybe has like 10 ingredients and this one has like 20,000. I'm joking, but like, and then these
what a jump.
This one doesn't even mention all of the ingredients in it because it's probably too small to.
You have to go to the website.
Yeah. But and it's stuff you can't really even pronounce and stuff like that. So then I found this deodorant, and I really like this deodorant. I can show you how this one looks. It's way different.
True.
Look at it.
And this one is only like 10 ingredients, and you can actually.
Sorry.
And it's 10 ingredients. Trying to be professional.
I think I have myself some names.
I know. And so that's why I started with this one first, but then there's things I didn't really like about this one.
And that one is what? What's the brand of that one? What's it called?
It's Schmidt's. I think that's how you pronounce it.
So what you didn't like about this one then?
Schmidt's Rose plus Vanilla Natural Deodorant for the people at home. No aluminum, no propylene glycol, whatever that is.
Wait. No aluminum. Wait. That's something you advertise for deodorant?
I didn't know aluminum was in deodorant.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a number.
Apparently this one doesn't have
That's another thing. All these deodorants have aluminum. That's the working thing about these deodorants is aluminum. I can't say.
One more time.
Aluminium.
I'm not even gonna say it, but
mana.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's the main thing in these deodorants is that that aluminum. Why I can't say that word?
We know what you mean.
Aluminum.
Yes.
We know what you're trying to say.
Anyway, that
By then she's a bit soft by the end.
Okay.
I can't. Anyway, that is it blocks your pores, which is the antiperspirant factor. It blocks your pores so the sweat doesn't come out. But sweating is something natural. You're supposed to sweat. Maybe you can, with these things, you can change the odor of your sweat, but it's not supposed to block your pores because then all that crap that's supposed to be coming out your body, going to stay in your body. It's supposed to detox. It's supposed to detox. That's where you have these pores for, you know. So that's what this does, and that's why it says no. No aluminum.
No metal compartment.
No, exactly. And so yeah, that was this one, and then I just kind of started making my own. But this one is kind of let me see if I have this one.
Okay, so I'm curious. You put them in the container, yourself, or like you?
So that's the thing. It doesn't come like this. It comes like actually white. You can order these from websites.
Oh yeah.
Empty. And then you can you make your batch or whatever, and then you pour it in, and then it dries. But the thing is, it just kind of imprints, so it kind of looks weird. But it doesn't matter. But yeah, so this is this one, and it kind of looks similar to this one.
Yeah,
the one without the aluminum.
Yeah.
Mana.
Comparison to the camera.
Yeah. So and actually so it comes in white, and actually what I just did is I took stick paper. I don't even know how you pluck foley.
Sticky paper.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I just stick it on because I thought it was
Pretty.
nice. Yeah. And yeah. So
Okay, so what
What's
was
the makeup of your
what's the
deodorant? The one that you made yourself. Like, what would be different from that one between the last one you had?
the thing is, what I'm trying to do now, so that one, with this one,
That's a question.
with this one, I felt like this one has baking soda.
Baking soda.
I got baking soda.
Sorry, man. I can't. Anyway,
Yeah,
There's a lot of also controversy about baking soda, like if you can use it and how you can use it, because baking soda, we know baking soda is something you clean with or something not something you put in deodorant. And it's a very, you need to know how to use it. But I felt like a lot of people can get a rash from baking soda if you don't, because it's very harsh. So a lot of people can get a rash from baking soda in deodorant. So I thought, okay, I kind of want to use something else that is still works, but without the baking soda, because a lot of people don't like to see baking soda in their deodorants. So that's one of the main things that I wanted to do different. And so I found another ingredient that you can use that it's kind of like baking soda, but it's less harsh. So that's kind of what I try to do. Like and I also have a deodorant from other stores and stuff like that, also natural. And I kind of seen like, okay, this is good from this deodorant, this is good from this deodorant, this I like from this one, and how can I make that into one thing that I like? Okay. So yeah, that's basically.
So what all, like, you can say specifically without giving away too much your secret ingredient was in the deodorant?
Or what were some of those aspects you liked?
Well, it's not.
Christ.
It's not a lot of. I mean, it's nothing special. You can just look these things up on internet if you want to start. But most of these products always have coconut oil. That's like one of the main things. They have shea butter. They have what's it called? Essential oils. You can also just choose which ones you want. It has a different type of. This one has almond oil, but you can also use jojoba oil. You can use grapeseed oil, stuff like that. So I'm trying to see if I. Yeah.
Can I smell it?
Any type of plant.
And how long have you been
make
using
oil out of basically?
It sounds so.
It's basically like that. I made
don't really have too strong of a scent. It has a scent, but it's hard to describe the scent.
I guess that's kind of what you want from it.
It's subdued. Yeah.
I thought I brought the other one but this one is the one that I didn't like the scent. So you guys can smell this too. It's too strong to be a deodorant, I feel like.
I feel what you mean.
Yeah, like it has
to be. It's not a bad scent, but
it has to be more.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So
yeah,
it's an interesting scent.
Yeah,
it's like a cleaning something though.
Yeah,
so
it smells natural.
Yeah.
And then see, so that's
the deodorant.
That's the deodorant, and a lot of people, when they start using natural deodorants, they say, oh, it doesn't work, I still sweating, I still smell bad, whatever. But when you start using a natural deodorant, everyone reacts to it differently, but also you have to go through what they call like a detox period, where your body is not used to something like this. Your body is used to getting clogged up, and so when you start using something different, the detox period is basically that it's getting rid of all the crap that's in your body for the 10 years that you use this. So, and that's how people react the first few weeks. So then they're like, oh, this is not working. But as you use it more often and more over a longer period of time, I think you can see.
But does everybody have a different grace period, or is there like a set amount of time, and maybe like a month or so, then after a while?
Yeah, some people don't even go through this detox period, but I did, my sister did, so I know it's something, and some people it's 2 weeks, some people it's a month, some people take maybe 6 months. That really
boy, that rough.
Yeah.
You got 6 months just smelling bad.
Yeah.
Then you gotta meet someone like Sean, be looking at you all funny in the train.
Exactly.
No, Jad, are you laughing? Is you? I've been cussing about this for the past like 5 years. Every summer is the same thing.
I don't understand.
I've heard you express the issues on the matter on a number of occasions.
Anyway, you know what, this is not about me. So, you have anything else other than
Yes,
the cream?
no, one more thing. I have
One more thing.
one more thing, but I don't know.
Where that from? Where that from? What? Where that from? Where that from?
I don't remember.
Jackie
Jackie
Chan.
You're far enough. You're far enough. Anyway,
Stripes
one more.
need to be removed.
Yeah, but
This is a lip balm, and it's it's just a lip balm, and but, you know,
lip balm, and yeah.
the thing is why it's red is because I was trying to get it like a tinted lip balm, but yeah, you guys wouldn't really maybe know about
And for
this
the
type of
guys,
thing.
yeah, how about you explain what's the difference between a normal lip balm and a tinted lip
I mean,
balm?
tinted lip balm would leave
One has a color?
Yep.
yeah, would leave a
Yo,
more.
the name don't have to be self-described. You know?
Really?
That's the
True.
question. Shut up.
But
We
yeah,
try to do a full inclusive thing, okay?
So but yeah, that didn't really work. So that's still one of the things I'm trying. But I mean, when you a tinted lip balm when you do that, it would be red, obviously.
Okay.
But this one isn't, so I still have to figure out on how I'm going to do that. But yeah, it's just a lip balm, and you can smell it. This one is. I think it's peppermint. I'm not sure.
You think? So
Yeah,
where
it is.
you put in this one? What
How do you? What's the typical composition of a lip balm?
Yeah,
What you normally goes in that, and what
This
would be
one-
different from
this
what you
one-
did with it?
Well, this one I haven't really changed anything yet. My main thing that I wanted to change is that it was a tinted lip balm. But this is also very basic, actually: coconut oil, beeswax, shea butter, almond oil. So it's all of these things that pretty much have the same type of ingredients that you put into it. So it's just different ratios that this comes out like this and this comes out like this, for instance. But that's the thing with when you're making these things, you just have to buy these things once, like a big jar of coconut oil, a big jar of whatever, and then you can continuously make different type of things, which is in the beginning it might be expensive because these things are not cheap. Like if you want to buy good coconut oil, that's not cheap. But then you can see that you can use them for different things. So yeah.
So if you would be if you had to ballpark like about how much the cream would take you to make?
Why? I don't that I wouldn't like one.
Yeah, like
jar
just
of
like
cream?
that simple jar you got there. How much you think that costs you to make?
Boy, I don't know. That I wouldn't. I
Need to do
wouldn't.
some ads for that.
Yeah, after, but I wouldn't know.
Because I mean, from what I gathering, like most of the things is the base is like coconut oil, shea butter, almond oil.
If you're using
like,
essential oils, like
Essential
The
oils.
essential oils, those
are
would be
very
like 7,
expensive.
yeah, those are expensive. But I mean, like
the
if
small
you
ones.
if we're trying to get a ballpark and we're just using the base ingredients, coconut oil is like what?
A good
Five.
coconut oil.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
That's-
See, okay,
see?
yeah.
Because you have coconut oil where like all of the benefits of it are like extracted. You just have this paste.
Yeah.
Then you have like legit coconut oil that hasn't been tampered with, hasn't been
virgin coconut oil.
Cold pressed.
Yeah. So it hasn't been heated basically.
Oh, okay.
But
Once you heat something, you lose.
You take
like,
yeah.
I'm trying to think. I think maybe like a jar. I'm not sure. Like maybe like this 30 euros.
What?
Maybe if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but
That's
keep in
probably
mind,
the good coconut oil.
Yeah, but it lasts you a while.
I mean, depends what
Because-
you use it for.
yeah,
but
Because I know I could either use coconut oil for my teeth.
yeah, for your teeth.
Because I don't know if you know because the coconut oil to take out like the bacteria and stuff like that.
I
So
don't
Exactly.
remember you
It's
saying this before. Yeah.
if you just for people out there, if you have like cavities or you have massive tooth pain or like if you have a cavity that maybe came out or something like that or a filling and it still hurts, you could use coconut oil. All you do is take a teaspoon of coconut oil before you brush your teeth. You use it like you rinse it like Listerine for like maybe 10 minutes and then you rinse out your mouth and then you brush your teeth. And then it takes out all the bacteria from whatever's in your teeth itself, and then it does work. Trust me.
Overdo it.
I was just
teaspoon.
thinking like 10 minutes. That has a long time to be
Why,
just
but
slashing
why
around
would you
stuff,
say
you
don't
know.
overdo it?
Yeah, what do you mean
Because-
by we don't overdo it?
It doesn't look at good and bad bacteria. It just looks at
Bacteria,
all of the
yeah.
bacteria, and you have some bacteria in your mouth that you actually need. So you only use it like Like it's like a detox. So you use it once in a month, maybe, just to like reset everything and then give your mouth time to like breathe. Like same thing with your hair. Don't keep putting other things in your hair.
Would you like to explain that reaction?
Well,
Seems like you disagree.
I had to use that every day.
No, that ain't good.
A teaspoon of it every day, that ain't nothing.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like,
because I mean,
you just need, like, it's with your hair. Like, when I say to certain people, like, don't put products in your hair all the time. Like, give your time like 2 days to breathe.
But it's just like brushing your teeth. You brush your teeth every day. You use toothpaste every day. So
true, but the toothpaste can get in the way of everything. No. The oil is legit like taking everything away.
Yeah, but that's why you use the oil and then you brush your teeth. And that's where you only use like I understand you mean like the amount, like if you use like a whole, if you go and like peanut butter the whole thing and then put out your mouth, obviously that ain't good for you. Obviously that ain't good. But like a small teeth, honestly, I have, okay, for people who don't know, I have a serious sweet tooth. And I really like to eat like candy and stuff like that.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Screw you. And then, so like, because of that, like my teeth would like legit always be hurting. And like what I mean, like that's one of the worst pains I ever, like, I mean, I do it. I could never feel like child labor and stuff like that. But that was the closest pain like I could ever have to that.
Don't say that on the podcast, dog.
Yo, I was
gonna be commenting and things.
That's okay, leave them comment. That's the whole point. Right. I was legit in the fetal position because like how my teeth was hurting so much. Like I legit tears out my eyes and them kind of ones. My mother told me use this coconut oil thing. The first 2 days, I feel the difference one time. One time. So I definitely.
So that way they just continue eating all the sweets then because you find out this trick. So instead you get rid of the root problem, you just put this plaster on it all the time.
I know myself better than that. So you know.
No kidding.
But anyway, that it doesn't work.
But that's the thing also what I said earlier is like you could go on one website and they say don't use coconut oil or don't use this and this and this, and then the other website can be like that's great, you know. So then.
Well, yeah, I see what you mean. But I was from
conflicting information.
Like my mother used to always tell me about it, and I used to always be like, man, you know, I ain't thinking nothing. But then like again, the pain was so bad. I was like, yo, might as well try something. Whatever would work. Yeah. And that one from personal experience, that does really work.
Yeah. Like
the teeth thing, that really work. I ain't know about the whole hair, cause I ain't got hair no more.
I didn't want to mention it, but like I don't use toothpaste. Like if I use toothpaste, I have like this one brand of toothpaste that I trust because it's like natural and
yourself. We all wait for you to explain yourself.
I already started.
You don't use toothpaste.
And I had to be like more specific. And I have my own homemade toothpaste at home that I use. Made out of I don't wanna
baking soda.
There's baking soda in it. There's some baking soda. There's some essential oils.
But that's actually good. Supposedly for your teeth. Baking soda.
I've seen many like supposedly natural, non-fluoride or whatever versions of toothpaste that would just be baking soda and some extra stuff.
Coconut oil.
That's amazing.
because I got sensitive teeth, so I can't like toothpaste.
I know it.
Like Colgate and thing, like it used to like really fuck up my teeth. So that's why I was like,
You see, I gotta stop doing that too, but it's just convenient. But
like I don't remember I talked about it on the podcast already, but that non-fluoride toothpaste, it just does not taste the right way. Like if you use the regular toothpaste and stuff like that, and you make the switch,
but that's the thing.
Difference.
When you actually switch and
you gotta get used to it,
and you gotta go back to Colgate, you're like, what the fuck?
But true. For all like the coconut oil thing, like that whole, because it's just the gel, I guess you can say, the virgin coconut oil. I had to get used to having that in my mouth and having it melt and all that. That fucking was nasty. Now it's like normal.
Yeah.
But that whole, like, I had ever had Arm & Hammer toothpaste? The bacon, like the legit baking soda.
Back in the day.
I think it's nasty.
But
it's supposed to be really good for you, but it's nasty.
I mean, it's good because it has the toothpaste, it has the baking soda in it, but it still has the regular toothpaste in it too. So
Man,
like
man.
it's like an oxymoron. It's like, okay, we got bacon, we covering you with the baking soda, but we still got the fluoride in it.
Wait, that one still got fluoride in it too?
Yeah.
But that's a funny thing though, because I remember I used to go to the dentist and they always used to promote
like the gel they used to put, Dr. Holly's been fucking us up for years.
But the thing is, like, this is like doctors don't do research. They getting fed certain products and they don't know any better. They just like the researchers tell them this is the best product. So what they gonna do? They're gonna be, okay, look, the higher ups are telling me this is the best product.
That depends on the doctor, of course.
Yeah, if the doctor is more knowledgeable, knowledgeable about it, then
let's call them mainstream doctors. That's the whole idea behind it.
If you're a doctor, that's your job. That's your job to know what.
But I was thinking what I recently said. Like doctors, people like doctors and stuff like that, they're supposed to always be researching.
Yeah,
and lots of them often are, because it's like in your field, you gotta check what's the latest medicine, what's the new treatments, what's the latest advancements.
And that's why I can never be a doctor. I just want to study and done.
That's why I had to kind of slightly correct one statement.
What I meant with that, yeah, they researching like how to like practice.
They ain't conducting the studies. Is what you're trying to say necessarily.
So they don't know like the nuance about it. They just know the results usually, and how to use that results within their treatments, but not like go deeper into that. They don't do that. Most of them do.
I feel you.
But it would make sense. But like what? I don't know. But there's a question. What? When you're making these things, you more catering them towards women, right?
Now, yes, but
what would be the difference, though? The only
thing that's what I'm thinking about.
No, like a fragrance would probably be the main difference between
that would lead to my next question. You don't use anything homemade, right? So what would make? Okay, Jesus Christ, Woods, you not normal person. Yeah, we already established you not normal person. So King, you don't use these things. I don't use these things. Normal fellas we know most probably don't use these things either. So what would make
you don't use cream?
Cream, yeah, but then not necessarily like homemade and stuff like that. So like, what would make you
switch from regular cream to buy homemade cream?
As a fella,
nothing. I mean, I don't mean to make it sound like, but listen, I am a different person than most people. You need to understand that. Like, my opinions often veer the complete opposite direction.
I just tell Woods that he's strange, but then you just not.
But these are the facts.
But I mean, I don't think it's a thing of gender. Like, what if a guy would do? It's just the shit you using now is bad for you. So it's not. And that's, if you want to continue using that, that's okay. But I mean...
no, because why I ask is because in general, fellas don't really care. Again, Woods, you're not normal. In general, you don't see fellas about, you don't see me and Kay having conversation, what kind of cream you use? What kind of moisturizer? You don't have
true.
this stuff. Not to say that it's bad, but my whole thing is how do we open it up more to the conversation? Like, how do we get fellas care more about it, I guess?
I guess your girlfriend needs to know. I'm joking.
I mean, hey, that would be one profound way.
Because me and my significant argue all the time, because in my opinion, I don't need none of the stuff that she does use on her skin. So in my opinion, it's a pointless stuff, because I feel like my skin it may not be the best or whatever, but it's pretty decent from just using soap. Like, I take showers and I use soap and I bathe, and that's like my part of my hygiene routine, I guess. Like, I brush my teeth,
but
and
then
in the winter we use cream and stuff like that.
That's cool, but then a few years later, when you get a sickness or whatever, I don't know what these things can, I mean, I know, but these things can lead to, I mean, the things and the ingredients in these deodorants, they actually find in cancer tumors and stuff like that. So you could think like that now, but I mean, if you're conscious about what you want to put in your body and stuff, then you're going to really, I mean, you don't have to make it at home. That's not what I'm advocating right now. You can buy it at stores too.
Because she want you buying stuff when she starts selling it. That's what
I mean, I use a lotion that has like aloe vera. What's this?
But then I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, just
Sunday, because
just
like,
know what you're putting in your body.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not,
that's why I tried the fluoride toothpaste instead the non-fluoridated toothpaste.
Go into this fluoride toothpaste,
and you didn't like it
because like I did it for a while, but to me it's just more hassle to get it and stuff.
Why?
Like
it's right next to the one with.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I have a non-fluoride.
I went into the place specifically looking for it, and I was like, "Where is non-fluoridated thing?" And it was behind the counter when I went into the ATOS and shit like that, because they don't have it out there.
I mean, no. Look at the Albertine close by.
I don't know.
I can hook you up. It's right next to the normal ones now.
Yeah.
Should I? Well, it's good that they're making changes.
I mean, they get more health conscious now. Albertine gonna change after 5 years. The meat gonna be all the way in the back now.
That's good.
I don't know about that, but
No, but I mean, I think that's the thing. Like, if people not really, I don't know, like they're unaware of what these things could do to, and it's so easy to just take the chicken, or it's so easy
but
to.
you see, that's the thing, convenience.
Yeah,
That's the issue.
I think,
and it's easy, and it's like, because even for myself, now that I eat less meat, is way more. Well, now, in the beginning stages, I had to think like, okay, what can I cook, and how can I use these different types of ingredients that I normally don't use, like, for instance, I don't know, chickpeas or something like that you don't really often use normally.
In the standard Caribbean diet or something like that, no typical way we raise chicken, rice, and things. I don't know what
exactly.
household
like if I tell a smart, like, you're not gonna eat meat for a week, they're gonna watch you like you crazy.
What do
like,
I cook?
Am I eating?
Yeah, exactly.
How do I eat?
Exactly.
What is this life without meat?
Yeah.
About the same day, I was asked Wood, like, what did he eat back in the day? They said he didn't want some more.
Beans, lettuce.
No, but I ain't gonna lie, like, the fact that Demi coming up on the podcast and everything had me start thinking about, maybe I should start thinking a little bit more. But I was like, where to start?
That's the thing. Also,
Well, switch to deodorant. Start. I don't know.
Yeah,
but there's this app.
There's an app for that.
There's an app. But it's only for like products. It's not food. Where you can actually scan the product that you have in your hand, and then it can tell you. It can give you a breakdown of what exactly is in that product, and on a scale from 0 to 10, how bad it is for you.
Is it boycott?
No, think dirty.
Oh, boycott.
Think dirty.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But then it literally tells you like, okay, I checked it. This is like a 9, for instance.
Oh shit.
And this is like a 2 or something like that. So then you can see like, so that type of stuff can help you along the way. But it's a lot of information, and there's a lot of
research to really sit down and like go through everything. See, that's why we leave people like you to do it for us, and then we just listen to you.
Nah, man, this is just the this is just the catalyst. She's just here to spark the journey and
the
stuff,
dialogue.
Yeah.
Right.
Make the Caribbean greener.
I'll tell you to make the Caribbean great again. Cause
No, Dad, no.
That's one hell of a statement you making there.
No.
So to bring it back to skincare, we keep staying on focus. If somebody were to hit you up, if they was interested in your products and stuff like that, do you have any now ready for somebody if they wanted a sample or something like that, or how would they go about doing something like
that?
I don't have a friend you getting shit.
I don't have any ready, because these things they have a jar or a shelf life of maybe 3 months, because they don't have no preservatives. So I wouldn't be making a lot and then just waiting like, okay, if someone
pre-order,
if someone is interested or just wants to talk about these things as well, they could come to me, but then I would make it for them according to what type of scents they would like, or what type of if they wanted more oily or not, or stuff like that. So then I could talk to them and see like what they like and what they need and stuff.
Okay, so basically that's what I was asking about the cost earlier too, because then if somebody does want to like procure a deodorant or a toothpaste, and then they have a ballpark on how much they got to save up. Or
that was gonna be my next question. Like, if somebody were to approach you, would you charge them, or would it be like a sample vibe for now? Because since you say like still initial,
you hearing no friends? No, you're sure giving to friends?
I'm listening to this person. She's who we interviewing, not you, Kana.
For now, I wouldn't be selling anything. I would just be, to a certain extent, if 100 people come and ask me, I can't be like making 100 things out of my own money, you know. But for now, it's just mainly samples and what do you like about it? How can I change it for you? You know, this is also a process for me to see, like, to better the products that I have. So
field test, can't go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And I think all products you need to test out. So yeah, I think that's
true.
But for now, no. For now, no selling or anything.
Okay.
No profits.
No ballasting.
Hey, that's a very good point as well.
That's a very good point.
But okay, no, I had some females I wanted to ask. What's your specific like skincare regimen, like your routine?
That's a good question.
Starts 5 o'clock in the morning. I wake up.
Well, I believe in that you should use as little as possible, because all these companies try to make you think you need an eye cream, a wrinkle cream, a cream for this, that, and then you look that you have 10 creams just for your face. I don't believe in that. So as simple as possible for me. When I would wake up, for instance, I would wash my face. I only like to use, I don't know if you guys would understand any of this, but I only would use a face cleanser.
Okay.
A face, like a facial wash in the night.
I know everything.
For me, I use the facial cleanser in the night because in the morning I feel like I could just wash it with warm water. I know that was coming.
Were you cracking yourself
I just anyway.
Speak the way you wish. Speak as you wish.
Because I know that was coming.
This is the LinkUp podcast. Ain't too much rules. Ain't too much rules over here. Speak as you wish.
Do we have any at all?
We tried.
So in the morning I would wake up, just wash my face, and then I would, before I used to use a thing called jojoba oil. It's kind of like a natural moisturizer because it's just the jojoba oil is just, it produces the same amount of, or it's similar to the oils that you produce on your face already.
Okay.
So because if you use too much different type of things on your face, it can throw off the whole balance.
The pH balance,
not only the pH balance, but also the production of oils on your face. If that is off, then that produces acne and stuff like that. But for now, I don't really actually have a particular skin routine. For now, I'm trying out different things, but one thing I actually like for my skin. I was going to say skin and face.
Skin.
Alright, might use that now. Yo, my scales need some lotion right now. No?
What's your skin? The skin of my face, okay? My scales.
That's a new word.
You heard it first.
Exactly.
The scales. Well, hey,
I
would be stupid enough to use that for real.
I'm going to post this on Instagram.
No
context now.
It's officially a thing now. It's officially a thing now.
Yeah.
Back to your scales.
I don't remember.
Yeah, your scales. You were talking about your scales. The stuff you use on your scales.
Yeah.
I don't remember where I was going with that.
You wash your face and you don't use nothing on your face right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Try to use this.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
oil
I got it. The things I make myself, I don't really like to use on my face yet because what you said earlier, your face is a different. It's very sensitive. So for my face, I would now I'm using actually the brand Weleda. I don't know if
I don't know.
I don't know it. Finally.
Weleda, I really there's this thing called Skin Food from Weleda that I really like. It's very it has a lot of benefits and it's actually very thick. So you have to use only a little bit and it can go a long way. So that's one of the things I really use is the Skin Food from Weleda. Another thing that I find is very good when I wash my face in the night is one of those
the scrubs.
No, not the scrubs. The brushes. The brushes. The automatic.
The rotating.
Brushes. Yes.
Yeah.
I
don't remember what it's called, but the rotating brushes for your face.
Face case.
Do they not exfoliating?
So I find that's very also. That one I use for sure every night. And let me see what else. Yeah, I don't really use a lot of things on my face because I noticed before when I did use a lot of things and different things, it wasn't. My skin was dry. My skin was irritated. So irritated exactly. So for now it's very basic, very jojoba oil, and then in the night I have a day and night cream also from Weleda. Weleda's plug. I really like their stuff, so you can check them out. I am making
not sponsored by the LinkUp podcast.
Yeah, they're sponsored by some coconut oil brand and this Weleda's.
If we're sponsored by anything on the LinkUp podcast, it's Hershey's.
I don't know what that, but I had a question.
Yeah, that's no context. I understand what you mean, but that's no kind of context there.
Would you say that would you say that you had kind of skin troubles necessarily, or you had problematic skin? Just for people to have a little bit of context as to like why your regimen might be the way it is, 'Cause I don't know, certain people may have had like they have a lot of breakouts and acne, eczema, different things like that. Because not everybody's skin might be like yours, for example.
No, I don't really have that much acne. I've never suffered really from a lot of acne. But I do know, for instance, colleagues, people that I know, or do have eczema or stuff like that, and I know certain things that are in these deodorants and creams from commercial brands trigger those type of things. And like maybe coconut oil is very good for people who have eczema and stuff like that because it's anti-fungal.
Yeah.
Antifungal, yeah. Anti-inflammatory, a lot of those things. So I think I don't have really a lot of skin problems, and that wasn't really why I started to make my own stuff. But I think this can be very beneficial for people who do suffer with any type of
I mean, I think I'm going natural in almost any field, whether it's food or skin, would be something good.
For sure.
But so my question is, so obviously we know how you necessarily feel about the whole skincare thing. Where you stand where makeup is concerned?
Good question.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Because as we can see now, like you don't have much on, period, if any. Because I ain't really no makeup artist, so as far as I can see, you don't have anything on.
No, I don't really. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah, fucking say
the camera, the back camera.
How far are we in?
We be in 1 minute and 24 now.
What?
Yeah, we almost had a minute, hour and a half.
Yeah. But you see watching like, wait, what? We a minute? Like, we a minute past how we normally be?
Hour and 25 minutes in.
We still got over there, man.
Hopefully that battery in there as well. Because I don't.
Hey,
good point.
Yeah, continue. Sorry, I was going to say something, but
yeah, you fuck up my whole question.
That's what we was trying to be silent about. Ask.
Anyway,
so we were talking about makeup.
How you feel with the whole makeup vibe?
Makeup, I have nothing against makeup. I find makeup is great. Me myself, I don't really
wear a lot
of makeup, but also because I just don't like that a lot of on my face.
We definitely applaud. I hope we catch that camera. But yeah, no, we definitely applaud that.
No, because I know I have a lot of friends that do wear a lot of makeup, and that's cool. That's fine. I really find they look gorgeous, you know. But I just don't know how to do all of those stuff. Honestly, I don't know how to contour.
Fellas, get you a Demi.
I don't know how to do all of that, and I don't have the patience to go on YouTube and look at, because that's not my interest.
Yeah,
like some people are really interested in that, and that's fine, that's cool. But if I were to wear makeup, I would lean more towards clean stuff, because there are makeup brands that don't use a lot of crap and don't use the toxic ingredients, stuff like that. So if I were to wear makeup, it would be stuff more organic, more natural and stuff like that.
So you don't, regarding makeup, like if you do decide to wear, what do you normally wear? Like some eyeliner?
Yeah, I was just gonna say maybe an eyeliner or lip gloss.
Let me see. Well, I'm not an expert in makeup at all.
Obviously, we ain't either.
So what we done?
Don't look at me either.
I'm just curious, on the night and feel like
you never know what kind of information you might come up with. You just scare me sometimes.
The only thing with makeup, like fuck it. There's some people like you wondering why your skin telling you certain things. No, like you have like all these blemishes and things on your face. You're trying to cover it with makeup. You ain't fixing the problem. You make the problem worse.
Yeah.
I mean,
putting all this thing, your face needs to breathe. No,
I mean, makeup is cool and all, but I mean, if I could take my hand and do that and then make a line in your face, there's something wrong.
If I hug you and your face stays on my skin, on my clothes,
that's exactly what I was doing. That was my thing.
That's like,
nobody wants to hug somebody and be like, but what happened? Why did you feel so much hurt?
But then again, why you hugging the face though?
Because I
women shorter than us most of the time.
We tall individual.
Like if I hug my woman, she reaches, or her face is literally on my chest practically. So it's like when you hug someone, they always turn their head and the side of their face go on your chest.
Exactly. I never really think
But
It's happened to me before that you hug somebody and they do face on your shirt and
that's why I don't wear white shirts when I go to the club, because when you meet a friend, they're gonna hug you most likely
they got on makeup.
Yeah, and most likely you're gonna be on your shirt.
I didn't know you guys were so you.
Yeah, no. So it is a man something. Yeah.
Sometimes when we go to the club, I legit like just mention like off low key, and sometimes he hears it's like, please, I hope no one hugs me tonight. No.
No.
You see,
now even that, sometimes it'd be so bad. It'd be like, all right, who are we beating tonight? Who all do we know that come? Like,
who's the typical makeup?
Be like, okay, she doesn't wear a lot of makeup. Okay, I wear in black tonight. No, we've had these conversations.
My gosh,
I don't know if I've never adjusted my attire based on like, okay, a female's
yo,
makeup.
I'm not
like
getting my white shirt just because you can't apply makeup properly, Jen.
Maybe she does not have the waterproof, the thing that gonna stay
The
on her
spray?
way to,
I know
maybe
about
she ain't
that
got that. Like,
Wait, that exists?
No, but
I saw a video on Facebook the other day that scared me.
Well, you just be watching.
Full makeup, and she was like, she had the shower head like spraying on her face to show how good this makeup is not going nowhere. Like,
but I mean, that's the thing. Like,
but that, yeah.
her face was staying on. Like, her face was not going nowhere.
Her face was not breathing either.
Exactly.
Probably not.
Chemicals in that shit.
Probably not. But if you make your face waterproof and shit, like, I mean, it ain't rubbing off on your
your
clothes.
face
It's waterproof.
Going to the sea, come out the same way you go
At least I
in.
didn't say her skates.
Okay, fine.
That's the inside joke of the link.
But no, but the thing, but like a lot of guys always say, yeah, they like when to see girls all natural, but then when you actually look at the girl that they with, is they like to see the girls with ass or with boobs or like opposite of what they're preaching about, and I find that so.
That's a very good
practice
point.
what I preach.
Contradicting actually.
That's
because,
a very good point.
But also like on Instagram, you guys like all these girls with this and this and this, and then here you guys saying, oh yeah, we like natural, so that's kind of like also.
I mean, we could go there. I don't know if we have the time, but we could go there.
we could make time.
My defense for
I
that
don't
would
follow.
simply be like on IG. I ain't hugging none of these chicks. It's a joke.
In my defense, I don't follow any Instagram model. Only people I follow is friends.
I guess
I ain't about that life.
We can have this debate, but I guess in my let's see. I don't follow them. Why do I follow them for?
I follow
they look
fitness
good.
people.
I mean,
For me, it's more
I only
fitness.
follow
Like
people
the
I know.
females
I
I
only
follow
friends.
just for the
I
purpose
only
of like,
follow
okay,
friends.
you're pretty and thing like that. I at least try to justify it by them being like fitness people and thing. So like they just post their gym routines and workout and stuff like that. And that's still informative while still looking at somebody that you know is pleasing to look at, that type of vibe. But I don't really do the random IG models. I did in the past, but
I mean, that's someone that's active in the gym and has like a body that fits that like healthy fit lifestyle. That's still natural. Like they worked really hard to achieve that body. That's natural. But if we're talking about somebody that like
Nicki Minaj,
they have like that ass you could put a cup on top of it, then
hey, some of those would be real now. But not,
I don't trust
not,
none of
not,
them. I don't
not,
trust 90% of them on IG. I don't trust.
first of all, I don't even find that attractive. But that's a whole other topic for a whole other day.
Yeah,
I don't like those. I don't like girls that when they walk. And sorry, maybe some people legit have ass like that, but people that have an ass that looks like the ass is trying to jump out of their body, like like fucking gremlin type of fucking thing. I don't know, but
to me, it just need to be proportional.
Yeah,
like if your legs a certain size, it needs to be like okay. It makes logical sense how big your ass get compared to where your legs.
See that's the thing is now these days the trend seem to be like they just go get the work done and then hit the gym.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So that they can fool the world and be like, yo, I'm a fit person and stuff like that. Get liposuction, get work done, and then try yourself with flat tummy tea.
Yo.
That's what it is.
Yo, I know we don't have a lot of time to talk about this, so
We're already over all our time. We're just talking right now.
Or you could just take out the scales.
No. I go put scales on the Urban Dictionary on the internet.
Yo, I go
definition.
I go bun now. Wait till I go.
Speaking of liposuction, right?
Oh, God.
We're going on a topic like
You see, I was hoping to avoid it. We have a minute and 30 and we didn't talk about Kanye. But
Kanye did liposuction. This man just dropped it like in his middle in the middle of talking about all this racist bullshit, this man just randomly dropped like, yeah, and I did liposuction. And like, yo, like nobody like just stopped for a second and like, yo.
What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I think it was 50 or somebody had decided it was like, wait, Kanye, you out there doing liposuction? I believe it was 50.
It was 50.
It's like, come on, you gotta come better than that.
I didn't even see that. No, that's something I could look too
Somebody
definitely.
Trust me, this
wasn't
man
gonna let that slide.
didn't get
a dude like 50 was not gonna let
But
that slide.
he doing that. I mean,
Okay,
how do you feel
I
about
was just gonna
Kanye?
say, what's your takes on the whole Kanye situation?
I mean, first of all, I'm not really a Kanye fan.
Hey, me neither.
I don't listen to his music like that.
Nope,
Not
me
because
neither.
he's not a good artist, but just is not one of my top.
Hey, high five.
So I don't really know much about Kanye, but because he's been in the news like every day. I mean, some of the things he said, I think, were wrong for sure. But I think people were too quick to fill in what he meant. But
I was gonna ask, did you see the whole interview?
which one?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you see like because there's one,
TMZ one.
the main one. There's
I think the TMZ is the TMZ one where he talked about slaves.
slavery and
That-
liposuction one.
I think that's the main one that causing all the hype and the controversy and the
cracked me up
discussion.
though, because when he said it, like, they didn't really catch on when he said he said it, and 5 minutes later the guy, I don't know his name,
Van.
white, the
no.
white guy.
Oh, no.
Harvey.
He was like, wait. Let's get back to what you just did. Did you really just say that this was a choice? Like,
Yo,
But
So you saw the
the
full,
man
so you
said-
saw the
when
full
he
one or
said-
like
I was
the,
gonna say because in the full one, you could. To me, it's
it was
almost
edited differently.
Yeah, to me, it's almost clear to see he wasn't necessarily talking about slaves back then. He mean the art of like, the mental slavery after the whole thing. That to me, that's what he was talking about. And people just take the video and edit it and take it all out of context.
okay, I don't know if I saw the full.
Are you sure?
I'm okay.
No, but those memes about
Look, the
if
thing is, scoopity scoop these scoop.
Nobody.
those memes.
Which one? Wait. I had to take a picture of one of them.
I died.
No,
Are you
I
but
died.
and
the thing with Kanye, like Kanye is like he's a character now.
Wait.
Like we have to stop like giving this man any kind of relevancy.
But that's what he wants right
at
now.
all.
Like,
Yeah, his album's coming out in like 3 weeks, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now, do you guys think that this is legit a promotion, something, or you think
He's
Kanye
married
West
to
really
Kim
is
Kardashian now.
this stupid?
What do you think? When you marrying Kim Kardashian,
I find
you
it
setting
very-
up yourself for any type of bullshit.
I find it was very out of the blue, and it's very. It's a coincidence that his album is coming out in 3 weeks. So I think it has to do something with that, but
Not a coincidence.
It's
That
not.
much is for sure.
It's not.
To me, it's just Kanye has been watching all of these corporations and their outrage marketing and how successful it has been. From Dove and its white is purity to Heineken and it's sometimes lighter is better, or H&M and the coolest monkey in the jungle,
Fuck
or
H&M, by the way.
Versailles Cruise Hard that they had a couple years ago and thing. He just been paying attention to all the outrage marketing that's been going on and he's executing it flawlessly.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
but
world
after,
is talking
but I mean,
constantly.
after seeing this, I wouldn't really want to purchase his album.
I feel like it depends though. It
Yeah,
depends.
like
Yeah, that's the
let's
thing,
look at it. Let's look at it from this perspective, right?
From two sides, but
LeBron went to Miami. People burning this man jerseys, right? Kanye is doing this coonery. I ain't seen nobody burn one of his shoes yet,
Maybe
As
they
was
are.
quoted by Joe Budden on the Joe Budden podcast.
and people are still going to buy his shoe that's coming out in 2 weeks.
Oh, you got a shoe coming out?
Yeah.
I don't know about the
People
shoes,
gonna
I
still
know.
buy it. People gonna stand in line and buy it. You know, look,
My thing is, I've been a fan of Kanye, but Kanye has been making it clear in some
that he
ways.
crazy. Yeah,
Nah, I ain't-
Kanye's Kanye.
it's not even to me about the crazy. It's just like, Joe Budden said it great. The seeking of white validation and all of these things. Like,
I mean, his house is completely white.
I mean,
I don't
my
know.
house is white. Like,
no,
most people,
like no. Most people's house is white.
the walls
and then it's
stuff, like
No, everything in this man house is white.
suppose he just like the
The
color. What about
table-
doing anything with race though?
yeah.
Every
like,
time he mentions someone great, it's a white person.
Like, honestly, like, that was another thing that Joe Budden was bringing up in the podcast when he was talking about all of the Kanye controversy and whatnot. And I kind of
Pay
agree.
attention that close.
I kind of agree with the way he with ways what he's trying to say, but I will also say that I don't think necessarily it's always him trying to, or he only sees like greatness as what white people done, so much as like how Joe was trying to bring it across. But to me, it's just more that there's certain type of lanes and ways of thinking and stuff like that. There's certain levels of success that Kanye would like to achieve, and there's just not that many examples or that we know about that are black people that have those levels of success, like a Disney and these Steve Jobs and a Jeff Bezos and all the people he's talking about. There's just not that many black
Oprah
business. Yeah, and then what?
I know.
Like there's Oprah and who else?
I understand, but I'm just saying, like, the way
So
he
I
brings,
get why he says white names. If to me, it's
yeah,
just
but,
like,
but it's just the way, like, even so, right? Let's just take all that. Let's just throw all that away for a second. This man's talking about a topic, right? And he's someone with a lot of influence, especially with the culture, especially in the States. And especially what's happening right now in the States, with we still seeing a bunch of bullshit happening with black people. And right now, at this moment where we need most people just to be working together to fix a problem, this man gonna say some coonery for then these races to use as a prop to then say, like,
they love to be like, look, there's a black person that agrees with what we say. I'm not racist.
like,
if a black person is also saying the same thing, I'm not a racist.
Yeah,
but at one point, okay.
Why you think like Alex Jones embracing this Candace Owens woman that Kanye is also endorsing and thing? Alex Jones is a known hardcore, like, on the right side kind of conspiracy theorist, spouting out kind of crazy stuff.
I'm gonna say this then. According to Charlamagne, I'm gonna play white devil's advocate. Mm-hmm. If what he's saying is if what he's saying is, let's say, it's genuine. Let's take the TMZ interview for example. When after he had approached Van and Van had given him the whole breakdown and everything, he was like, yeah, he's just trying to spread love, and if this is the president,
nonsense.
And he always kind of deny that. Yo, to me personally, that makes sense. That make a whole lot of sense. If that is legit what he mean from it, to me, it like he not lying nowhere there. If that's the president and he's the one influential and making all this kind of thing, like we should be trying to work with this man thing.
No.
Where my thing is how he brought it across. Because there's this racial divide right now in America.
Yeah.
And if your message really is this whole love thing that everybody just need to love each other, like how he basing it on,
stand next to somebody who has a similar message that's actually talking about love and not this person.
Yeah, but like if you want to engage Trump, that's something completely different. T.I. engages Trump as well. Or they have other like people that engage Trump that don't necessarily say that, yeah, I love this man, or I 100% support this man.
Spirit dragon. What the fuck he's
dragon energy.
Yeah,
dragon energy.
Like what
the fuck?
Yeah, but that's what he said. Also, like a lot of people or rappers really love Trump because
before his campaign,
that's
what Kanye missed.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Like liking Trump for what he has is different for liking him as a president.
Exactly.
Because before he
was known as a businessman.
Yeah,
he was just
exactly.
like rappers are mentioning him as a
really rich guy.
I want to be rich like Trump.
Yeah,
that was usually the context.
But you see, that's the thing. I understand the overall message. If that's what he genuinely means. I understand the message. How he brought it across and the way he brings it across, I find
why he likes Trump and why he hates Obama? You hear this?
Yeah, that was foolishness.
You hear this?
That was foolishness.
The only reason he likes Trump is because Trump gave him a fucking interview.
No, that was not the only reason.
He said because Obama didn't do anything for Chicago.
I understand all of his reasons as to why he was saying he liked Trump.
Because Obama dissed him. That's why.
Yeah, because he's an asshole.
Yeah, and he just said that, and that's why he was angry with Obama. That's the only reason. And he likes Trump because Trump, one, gave him a meeting, which he did state. I like Trump because Trump gave me a chance. What chance did he give you?
Yeah, but we don't know where that comes from.
Yeah, there was at least he came to the place, they had some conversation or meeting or whatever it was.
We can't say what happened.
It was more than George Bush and Obama. So from Kanye's perspective, I understand how
I understand what he's saying, but still.
But and even the whole thing about like him being an outlier or him being an outsider then and infiltrating, kind of like that being the aspect that Kanye, like I couldn't understand that and stuff, because it's like Kanye wanted to run for president and all that, as he was saying in the Charlamagne interview. It was like there was a time he was throwing out there. It's on 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, another 45 minutes.
Once they start walking in the forest, I was like, nigga, I got.
Nah, but to me, that was the interesting part because I was curious to see what real estate development is he talking about. He's saying he's building a community. What community is he talking about? That was the... Yeah, but that could also be extra dope shit depending on what it is. Because I ain't gonna like Kanye, he's saying a lot of nonsense. But Kanye, his mind at with a lot of things is still somewhat futuristic thinking in certain ways. Not necessarily on this whole slavery is a choice thing. No, Kanye talking nonsense.
No, he doesn't think. That's his problem. But yeah.
But to me, I'm just curious to see if he's going somewhere like, is this going to be a factory? Because if you look at some of the people that Kanye looks into, some of the ways that they operate is like, there's numerous of these designers and things that it starts with a factory and then it's like all the workers and stuff, they got houses and stuff that live here and these become entire civilizations or like communities then around this brand, around what it is, and they may have like schools and all these things. It could be something really dope if he's going that direction, or maybe something like the Venus Project. I don't know if y'all familiar with that.
This man needs to make it clear, I don't know, man. Yeah, because like right now it's just a bunch of
I just talking about the community. Like, there was no controversy around him building stuff.
Yeah, but he's reminds me of Trump. He reminds me of Trump in the sense that there's no like cohesion in his message, right? Like he's trying to message something, but there's a lot of fluff, and then when you try to dig deep, you just find more fluff.
I disagree.
I still don't understand what he's trying to say. What is Kanye's message?
Long story. Okay. I guess everybody have their own interpretation of it.
Chance to said it on Twitter. Black people don't. You don't have to be a Democrat. You can also be Republican. I think that was one of the main points that he was trying to bring across, and I'm like, okay, cool. We all got that. We all understood that. What he's trying to do with the MAGA hat talking and the gay versus the people record time, would he change the meaning behind it, or he brought love and compassion to it and stuff? Like, no, Kanye, you did not. Like. But then he says like he wants to be like Trump, but have Bernie's principles. If you were to run for president, and what does that? That's like I'm trying to understand you, but then you're mixing two very opposite type of people, dog. Yeah, but it could easily be done if you have a campaign that's run on hate, that's very controversial, that's right up Kanye's alley, because Kanye's entire career
so you're running on a campaign that's filled with hate, and then you're going to run policies that's filled with love.
I don't know if his policies are necessarily filled with love or whatever Bernie's, to say that, but they're more socialistic ideals, but it's possible. I can piss people off and still think that these are good ideas. I could piss you off and do something to get you riled up and stuff like that to campaign to get people talking about me similar to Trump, because we're talking about Kanye now, just like Trump and stuff like that. So obviously he knows how to court controversy, as he did when he told George Bush don't like black people. When he went up on stage and stop Taylor Swift, said whatever it was about Beyonce deserving to win. We know Kanye knows how to court controversy. Do we want another so Trump he can do that and just office? Be like, you know what, I think maybe I don't. No, we don't.
Yes. but yeah, I don't.
It's possible.
You know, boy, bye.
I
started in 420 because they're not going to say, boy, it's 420, you know. Like, it would have been a joke, but...
Or April Fools.
Or some type of joke, you know. I don't know.
Okay, are we interested in the music?
Yes.
Nope.
I am. I'm interested. You know what?
I not gonna fuck with it. Like, that song he dropped there with somebody else or something.
T.I.?
I mess with T.I. I listen to T.I. I'm not listening to that song. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna not listen to it just because if I see it on YouTube, I would. But I'm not gonna buy it or do anything. But that's just because I'm not really interested in him like that.
Yeah, we see that's my thing. Like this, even if this have come up, if this whole Kanye crap didn't come up, he would have dropped the album. I would have been like, okay.
I am going to listen on it because I want to have an opinion on the album. That's just the person that I am, and also
you strange. You're an artist.
No, so I'm a DJ too.
Yeah, I mean, so you're an artist. So it all comes together.
I need to listen to it. Like I don't need to, but like I want to just have an opinion, because then when I see King, I could have like, hey King. What do you think about the album? And if I hate it, I you know the thing is, and this is my bad side coming out. I really want to hate the album. I want to hate it.
Oh, you want to hate it?
I want to hate it.
Actually, but
or you can separate Kanye from his work.
Yes, I can.
I feel like it's becoming increasingly difficult because, especially with that Ye versus the people thing, when he was talking about his political views and stuff, it is really kind of blending the reasons why we really contemplating boycott you and shit like that. It's just like I ain't no 100% yet. That's why I went and watched the interviews to see like, okay, where is Kanye coming? I'm trying to understand.
I still don't have
because
but I find the interview with Charlemagne, I find it was very
But keep in mind, this interview was done before the TMZ one.
If you ever seen any Kanye interview where he sits down and talk, that was just Kanye being Kanye, in my opinion. That was a normal Kanye interview. Like to me, it was a very honest, and then it was a very like the Charlemagne interview. I thought it was really good. To me, it gave like a lot of perspective. Some of the explanation he gave where you were talking about him and Jay-Z beef and stuff like that. I was not expecting him to be like, yo, I was in debt. Jay-Z could have did all of this. He co-signed for me. Like all of what he was talking about regarding the 20 million shit.
But that interview was done before the TMZ debacle. So we have to like keep that in mind.
Even that has seemed a little staged. Like, you see the whole
TMZ.
The clips with Van and stuff like that. How like all of a sudden they had a camera by
It's TMZ. They were prepared. They had multiple camera angles. I don't think the whole thing was staged.
Exactly. The whole multiple.
It's TMZ. They are a media company. Kanye West
was planning an interview. So there was a planning an interview. So we have cameras set up and mic people and stuff like that.
I don't think they had planned for Van to. Like,
that I don't think. No, I don't feel so.
Yeah, he was just building up.
Did you guys see that video too, maybe?
Yeah.
I like how this man put it together.
Yeah.
I like
because he needed to check Kanye on the nonsense he was saying, and he did a pretty good job of being like, yo.
I really like how he take. But Kanye was like, come, give me a hug.
Yeah.
The man was like,
fight me? Well, I'm not gonna fight you in TMZ, Kanye.
But if I come over there, are you gonna hit me? Are you gonna hit me?
That was nonsense. Like,
but this,
I don't know. When it comes like just to wrap up the whole Kanye thing, because
it's too early now.
We could go.
Yeah, we had a minute and an hour and 50 minutes.
Yeah, we could go far.
We need to go 2
hours. We could go deep
like,
and wide into this whole Kanye thing, but
we gonna wrap up soon.
Yeah, just to long story short, I think is a combination of him promoting, getting shit to promote for the album.
Yeah.
Causing controversy, and to a certain extent, I think this is really how he feels. So, me personally, from what I was seeing, and from I think it's like a legit mixture of two, because you can't take away the fact that he is part of the Kardashian clan. I mean, we all know Chris is a marketing genius. So, like, I'm sure all these things were taken into consideration as well before, whether the Twitter rants or the interviews. Or
I think the main thing that happened with this Kanye situation, it was a well thought out plan that he initially was being like, yo, what is the most controversial thing from wearing the MAGA hat initially? Like that picture that he did with Leora Cohen and whoever the other white dude was wearing the MAGA hat and shit. Like, what is the most controversial shit I can do? But then when it came to the slavery is a choice thing and all of that, he wasn't expecting the backlash and thing. Like, he didn't realize how much people cared about certain things, I feel, and it's until then that started happening, he started to be like, okay, no, let me start rationalizing this a little bit more.
You can't
because
just say anything.
Even when he claiming the free thought and stuff like that, how is it free thought?
Yo, when the
if
man
you
was
just co-signing what this Candace Owens woman say, if your free thinking is just finding a new follower, how is that free thought? I don't understand.
I ain't gonna lie, when this man started throwing that word free thinker, I was gonna message Gilda and be like, yo, I think we
do you want to be associated with this?
No, we can't do that. And that's my boy still. So I'm like, yo, you can't be associated with Kanye right now. So I don't know if it's free thought or like another synonym.
We gotta get a link. We gotta get a LinkUp shirt.
Yeah.
Stop.
We gotta get that.
How we started the podcast, don't throw labels on yourself. Like, just be yourself.
Yeah, but you know,
think for yourself. Don't be a free thinker. Just think.
No, we see Gilda legit got a label clothing.
No, I understand that.
You know,
I understand that. But right now, you're fucking up my analogy.
You fucking the flow of it, dog.
I didn't know that.
You people is ridiculous.
All right, but just think before you say. Hey, think before you tweet. Think before you tweet. Think before you go on TV. Think before you go on Instagram.
This is advice to Kanye, right?
Everybody.
But that's the thing he said also. Like, he doesn't want to think anymore. He just wants to do what he feels and doesn't want to.
Great advice for an artist. Like, that was one thing. Honestly, like, I saw that and I was thinking about it, and it works for Kanye. It can work for Kanye.
It works when you're making music now.
Yes,
but when you're trying to be social and you're saying things that affects other people,
words is something different.
Yeah, this man, he has to realize his words. Even if he doesn't want to accept it, his words has some type of influence.
Yeah.
and
that's
people are
scary.
using his words
But
in
to me-
ways that maybe he's not like.
To me, though, it all depends on what is your ultimate goal, though, because I feel like that's one thing that we have always been missing with Kanye and thing. I think he convinced us and he fooled us, make us believe that, you know, he's necessarily for the people, but Kanye has always been for Kanye.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. To me, it was like,
When did he say he was for the people?
with the songs like the Jesus
yeah,
Walks and
yeah.
the songs like Diamonds for Forever, Diamonds from Sierra Leone, talking about the blood diamond, one of the first artists to actually tackle blood diamonds, make us talk and aware of the blood diamond trade and all of that, aside from the movie. But I mean, like, there's been numerous things. That's why people are upset. That's like Van had said. The music that Kanye has made has always been somewhat conscious, talking about black excellence and stuff like on Watch the Throne with Jay-Z and different things like that. Kanye has always represented a certain energy, anti-consumerism, and Can't Tell Me Nothing. Some of the stuff you're talking about, dealing with insecurities and whatnot. And then to see Kanye doing all of what he's doing, but
yeah.
I don't know.
But that's why it's conflicting. But yeah, I don't want to. Yeah.
Anyway,
Let's wait until the album comes out. And we're gonna talk about Kanye. I know we're gonna talk about Kanye again.
Probably.
Yeah.
I gonna zone out in that episode.
Honestly, I was tired of Kanye this week. Like,
Yeah,
I
me too.
personally
That's
was.
why I-
Like, that's why I was trying to avoid. We like,
But yeah,
to me, we
I-
could have finished this with just Demi.
We could cut it out.
I didn't want to hear what Demi had think about it. So I mean, it was still a thing.
I'm sorry. I couldn't not.
Yeah.
Okay, but before you wrap up, Demi, would you like to leave your contact information for the people?
Yes,
IGs,
plug yourself.
The IGs and the whatever else you got.
Let me see.
Where people can stalk you.
Well, okay, let me not talk about that, but
That's not interesting. There we go.
no.
We got 6 minutes to go before we hit 2 hours. Just so you know.
Maybe next time.
Okay. Well, my Instagram is this is Demi with 2 eyes at the end. But the thing is, I'm very bad with social media. That's why I wanted to say I'm very bad with social media.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I have a social media detox where I don't even use my social media apps.
That was good.
So, but Instagram is where you can contact me. I have a Facebook as well, Demi Bute, Bute.
You had to think about it for a while. It's only 4 letters a day.
8 letters in total.
8 letters though. Don't get it wrong. And that's it actually.
Okay, so wrap up. You can follow her on Instagram, Facebook. You have Twitter?
Nope.
That's good.
Good.
Yeah, I have Twitter, but I
have Twitter.
just follow
I don't
companies.
I frequent on Twitter.
I just follow companies to see like the updates and stuff like that. They post everything on Twitter first.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, with that being said, thank you everybody for listening to this extra long episode. But it was worth it. I hope y'all got some good facts and some.
You learned something. We hope you learned something.
Inspiration to do this natural thing, both makeup and
Or you can just contact me if you want to talk about it. Or
this is the whole point. The link up.
Yeah.
Okay, not again. Not again. I that one it deserves. But like always. And again, like I said, thank everybody for listening to this episode. If you have anybody else you would like us to come to talk to on the podcast, leave us know. If you have any specific topics y'all want us to discuss or hear our opinions about, leave us know as well. You could find. I guess I really should be doing this in social media. So you could check me on Instagram at Mr_Labega LABEGA. And y'all can need me on Facebook.
But
y'all can check me on my social medias. Everything Bizarre Mental, except Facebook, because I don't use Facebook. Fuck Facebook.
Oh, you have a Facebook?
Mr. King 392.
He been on off of Facebook.
Boycotting Facebook because of Cambridge Analytica and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You was gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say because no, never mind.
You sure?
No, yeah.
One more time, you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, might as well now because
we're about to close down. So I mean, are you sure?
Yeah, you sure?
No,
If
because
with your chest.
why you don't just tell people to contact you via the Instagram app instead of individual apps? I mean, individual.
The link up.
Progress.
The link up.
Progress.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah.
Progress.
Yeah, for real. I mean, that's you see. Thank you, Dave. I mean, you can also leave whatever suggestion you have on the link up.
Because
392 Insta IG page
Where does
Facebook.
I was gonna say where does the YouTube, Instagram, Facebook? Leave us know wherever who.
Yeah, I mean we're contactable. So find some way to do it.
Yeah, I just say that in general because like people more to contact us personally because we're still in the growing stage. So, like if any question would be us, we're still trying to get them to like comment on the on the link on the actual social media, but it's a progress. But yeah, with that being said,
we covered everything. So I mean, you know.
I hope you enjoyed the bonus hour. See, we still doing the bonus hour.
Half hour.
Hey,
half hour.
8 minutes away to another hour now.
But we'll see you the next time we link.
We've
been here long enough.
Blessings.